Welcome to the Poop Group Podcast with your host, your three hosts, Derek Dude, Saadz, and Muscle Man. We have a lot of topics to talk about. So if you don't watch JoJo, then skip to this segment because we're going to be talking about the third part of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures.
Major spoiler warning for any fresh JoJo.
Even though Saadz doesn't even watch JoJo.
Not watch anime.
Should we spoil it for you, Saadz?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
It's not like I'm gonna watch it anytime soon. Okay,
So Jotaro for Stardust Crusaders. Jotaro. Did I do it right?
What?
Did I do it right? The way I pronounce it? Jotaro.
Nah,
It's probably a meh. Jotaro? Jotaro?
You know what?
You can stop. You sound Indian.
I was trying to go for the Indian accent.
Okay, I'll basically give you a quick startup to what Stardust Crusaders is about. So, we got this guy named Jotaro Kujo. His great-grandfather... Was it great-grandfather?
I think it's...
Great-grandfather...
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
No, you're right.
Grandfather had a quarrel with his... Okay. Wow.
Can we get it? He's old.
Yeah, he's old. So basically, great-great-grandfather's named Jonathan Joestar, and this takes place in
Johnson? What? No, wait.
What?
I thought it was Jonathan.
God, that's what I said.
You said Johnson.
I said Jonathan. Jonathan Joestar.
I heard Johnson. I don't know why I heard Johnson.
It's Bob.
It's Bob. Bobby Joestar.
Joestar.
Bobby Joestar.
The entire franchise is just Bojo.
Bojo. Banjo. There we go. Banjo Joestar here.
So, you fast forward to 1990.
Wait, aren't we fast forwarding a little bit too quick? Wouldn't it be 1970 to 1980 for Stardust Crusaders?
No, I think it was just after the World War. When the Stardust...
Then I think that would be like... No, it would be way earlier. 1940s?
1987. So you were closer.
Wait. Oh wait, no, that was with Joseph Joestar. Never mind, I was thinking about that. Okay, I don't know why.
Joseph Joestar's in the heat of World War II. So anyway,
yeah.
Jotaro is basically there's these things to sort of get you warmed up to the whole the actual show. The first two parts you need to watch them, but I mean they don't really sort of get into the meat of the show. But so Jotaro, he looks if you're a noob to anime and JoJo in general or whatever, you'll see Jotaro and you'll be like, hey, he's from Japan, but he wears what is known as the delinquent outfit, and it's basically you wear a hat that's been cut at the back, you wear a jacket with a chain, and you just wear all black all the time. You wear a tank top under, and that's basically what he wears.
Isn't he technically wearing his school uniform? I thought that was his school uniform.
No, that's a delinquent outfit in Japan.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Let's just leave it at that then.
Yeah, so let's talk about the dubbed edition.
No.
What is wrong with the dub? Okay, first of all, Jotaro sounds sick with the dubbed over the subbed. Any day, okay?
No, but according to our weeb friend here, dubbed means you are an uncultured swamp who doesn't like the noodle culture.
Actually 100%. That is accurate. You are noodle culture.
I can 100% agree that certain like dubbed editions for like certain anime is terrible, but for like Stardust Crusaders and majority of like the JoJo Bizarre Adventures, they're pretty good.
Yeah. And for Death Note.
Okay, yeah, I would agree. I agree with you on that, but I think personally subbed is better because I don't know. I feel like whenever it comes to the subbed edition, it's more hilarious than the actual dubbed edition. Dubbed edition, I think they just take it a bit too seriously than its intention. So I think
I mean, Stardust Crusaders in general, other than the actual light parts where they have fun, it's supposed to be a pretty serious part of the whole show because that's where things start taking course and things start shaping into, Dio's dead, and Dio basically started the entire series, and it's supposed to be a pretty serious thing at first, and then he's like funny, but then like everything else is serious. But it's really a mixed media on how the dubbing was done and the direction they were taking.
Yeah, but based on the edits I've seen, with like the subbed at least, it seems more like hilarious than the actual like dubbed one. Cause I think there's just more creativity with like Dio's just, I guess, menacing or tries to be menacing with the voice and all that stuff. So
I'd say the only dubbings that I like personally in JoJo are part 1 and 2, and Dio in part 3, and so Dio throughout. I think those are the only times the dubbing is actually good and exceptional, because it takes place in Britain in part 1 and 2, and then part 3 is in Japan. But I guess you watch it however you watch it.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like part 1, I couldn't really, like, I took it very seriously because I don't know. I guess I didn't find any parts to be, like, really funny. But when we got to second one, I think Joseph's, like, whole, like, personality is, like, kind of more hilarious. And I feel like more people can like him better with either the subbed or dubbed, depending, because I think his personality is way stronger than Jotaro.
Joseph has a more lively personality.
Yeah,
more like operatic, and he goes here and there, he takes risks, but deep down he's a pretty serious guy. I
think like based on what I've seen from Jotaro, he just seems like more of a side character, just the way of his personality. I don't know. I mean, he is the main character. I'm not denying that. It's just that he kind of becomes a side character because he doesn't have much of a personality. He doesn't really talk much, if that makes any sense. He's kind of like quiet and kind of collected, and he tries to make very smart decisions.
There's a reason why he's so quiet, and like in the beginning, he's in jail, right?
No, I mean, I 100% get that. I mean, you did explain to me, like...
He's in there to protect people, but that's the point of him always being quiet. He has the need to protect people from what he knows, and... I don't think I want to spoil too much of it, but... Are you okay with hearing a really big spoiler right now?
No.
Okay.
But based on the 3 parts that I've seen so far, I just feel like overall the biggest main character out of it has to be Joseph. He feels more like a main character.
That's because of kind of how main characters, how we've seen them throughout years of like television and movies and stuff. We've seen the main character as more of like, at first he's kind of like shy and stuff, but sort of halfway through the movie he or she starts to grow as a person and become more joyful and stuff. But sometimes the main character is a pretty basic guy, pretty normal guy.
But I was saying that based on what we've seen so far, I think that Jotaro is intended to be like the actual main character, but for me, based on what I've seen, I'm kind of like more choosing of like Joseph as the main one.
Well, I disagree with both of y'all because I think the main character is Mr. Krabs. There's no other person it could be. I mean, Jotaro pretty cool, but Mr. Krabs, he runs the plot.
What's his stand though?
Money.
Oh my
You're wrong. It's SpongeBob.
All right, so any final thoughts on Stardust Crusaders before we talk about the next subject?
I would say is if you're thinking about watching anime, I'd say start with JoJo, Phantom Blood, Battle Tendency, Stardust Crusaders, Diamond is Unbreakable, Golden Wind is what they have out, but they're coming out with more.
And then we're gonna stop there because I don't know.
No, wait.
It's gonna spoil it. It's gonna spoil it.
I'm not spoiling.
I know, but that's the next title name. But let's not spoil it.
Title name.
All right, so now we will talk about Saad becoming a doctor engineer.
I like.
Oh my god, the elephant in the room.
So Saad, have you got your master's in the doctor engineer field?
I got my master's a time ago in the doctor engineer field. And can you guess from where?
Which college?
Your mom's house.
From Walmart.
From Walmart? How do you do that exactly? How do you get that, like, you know,
Bro,
diploma?
You first of all, you stop getting interrupted by Musselman.
Oh
Then
god.
you go to Walmart. Buy a frame, okay? Get a paper. Write doctor engineer degree, okay? Put it in the frame, all right? And then go to a doctor office. Try to get hired. Get kicked out, and you're homeless.
I feel like you're talking about this as if like this is the actual secret about every Pakistani politician who claims they have like an accountant degree.
All of those forged degrees that weren't for nothing, you know?
Oh god.
What is Ibrahim doing?
He's just commenting on the situation by actually messaging on the group.
A really
Yeah.
nice car. My dream car, okay?
The Toyota Corolla.
No, not just a Toyota Corolla, a 2001 Toyota Corolla.
You stole my joke, Saad.
Can we seriously talk about sport cars now?
Yeah, sure, for sure.
Yeah,
Wait,
sure.
we need to trademark the joke as Maz's. Okay, it's Maz's joke. Sorry, I stole it.
I copyrighted it.
Oh no.
Now you owe me a $10 fee for saying that joke.
Oh, that's not bad. I thought I'd have to pay.
Make it $1,000 fee for commenting further.
Understand?
Quiet. The car joke is Moz Joe. What if muscle man?
Maz's joke. Muda.
Muda.
You wrote M Dua.
Why did I do that?
Okay, so have you guys played The Crew at all?
I played it once on your computer.
Is it
Oh,
like
yeah.
a Team Fortress thing?
No. Basically, The Crew is a car game, and what's different about it is it's not a racing game. Well, I mean, there are missions you can do where you race with people, and I think you can also race with people who are online. But like, it's just a mix of pretty much anything. But you have
I think I've seen this before.
you have a country which is basically the US that you can just like roam around. So they like basically kind of reconstructed like some of the famous cities and like places in the US. Yeah, but except I think it's just basically duplicating the US into it. But I don't know about The Crew 2. I just like completely lost interest when like my favorite cars were not in the game, because I think if I was to compare that game to The Crew, it's just The Crew is way better. The graphics is better. There's more car options. The second one, there's more boats and plane options, and I don't know. I didn't really get interested in it. I played, I think, the first version because they were giving it out for free for some time, and I just didn't like it.
I would 100% play the crew though. That seems like a really fun game, except you can't game on a Mac very hardcore.
Yeah. How many Lamborghinis do I have again?
You have like 10. You know what? You flex too high.
I think I bought 2 more.
Oh my god.
I think I did. I think I had 12 Lamborghinis. I'm not sure. I might have double checked. I was gonna say it on the group, but I was like, you know what? Once I play the game even more and I buy even more Lamborghinis, then I'll say like how many I bought in total.
Oh, I thought you were talking real life for a second.
No, wait, hold on. No, why would I have 12 Lamborghinis? Nah.
Like, that's a joke. I was like, I mean.
I'm actually serious about buying it in game. Like I bought it. I didn't actually buy it with real money because that's stupid. But
I thought we were talking about owning a Lamborghini.
No, I have like 12 Lamborghinis in the game. It's just amazing. I have a Huracan. I think I obviously have the Aventador, and
that's an obvious.
I forgot the 2 other ones.
Performante?
Gallardo, I think.
Gallardo.
And Murcielago, I think. Murcielago. And then like there's just like, and then I got in like different versions of like each one of them, and then they equal to 12.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
You're rich.
Did I mention I have 1 Ferrari in the game?
Wow. A company that shouldn't be reckoned with.
I have a lot of other sports cars, so I mean, you know.
No, Rolls Royce.
All these sports cars, but no Lexus LC, even though that's your dream car.
They don't have that car.
Dang it.
They don't have Lexus at all. They don't even have Rolls Royce, but I think they do have what's the other one? Bentley? I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. It's either Rolls Royce, Bentley, or neither of them. I'm not sure, but
straight up, the crew is racist.
How is the crew racist?
They are not including.
They have Mercedes. They have. Okay.
German.
No, I think they have. I think they do have some Japanese cars. I'm not sure which ones. They obviously don't have Toyota, but you know, or Honda. But
not that Toyota Corolla.
They do have a few American cars.
Of course they do.
I'm glad we're at this point of where we accuse a video game of racism.
That's not on me. That's not on me. That's on Saadz.
Listen, like, in this society, whenever you're wrong, you just gotta blame racism, okay? Just like Lily Singh.
The PC community is after you.
I didn't expect us to get so topical.
It didn't have to. It didn't have to. This was a joke. This was a joke.
Let's get topical.
All right.
Politics.
All right. I'm gonna ask you a serious question, Muscle Man.
Muslim.
Marvel or DC?
Oh, you already.
Now that's a very mixed bag because I only just started liking Marvel after DC after they released Joker. So
wait, really? You're on DC side now?
I mean, Joker to me was a very good it was a good story, you know.
I would 100% agree with you, but I would definitely also recommend watching The Dark Knight if you haven't. Already.
The Joker is it's a fresh story. I mean, we've had so many stories where, oh, this hero's mom died, this villain had such a bad past, but the Joker story is something so specific that's just so hard to, recreate in a different way, like for a different hero or villain. It's something.
Yeah, what I like about the movie is that the way they introduced the Joker isn't really taking that much away from the actual original Joker in the comic books and the animated movies. Like, it's that element is still there. They just introduce into a new story in which like it is kind of like bringing awareness to such a topic that, you know, is definitely kind of like important. So
yeah.
but I thought you would be on Marvel's side on this, because then like
Marvel, I love Marvel. I've grown up with Marvel as like my top dog of movies and comics, but you know, they let Iron Man they brought his death a little bit too soon, you know. I would have liked him to see him go. Well, the actor was getting old, but I would have liked to see him for, you know, like 2-3 more movies. Which
I would
hard.
agree. Yeah, I would agree.
Robert Downey Jr. is starting to get pretty old. He's got gray hairs and stuff now.
Yeah. But I think
it was a very heartfelt let go. It was satisfying.
I heard he knew about this happening when, I think, which movie was in the making? I forgot. No, I was like, there was a movie in which like that timeline where like it was in the works where he actually knew about it, but he kept quiet about it.
I think it was Avengers 1, because the Avengers, when Marvel started, they mapped everything out so perfectly to where it would ramp up to his death being kind of like something really tragic. In like, even if you're not a fan of him, it's something that you just, you know, you just can't help it sometimes, because he was a really big part of Marvel's actual startup, the comic universe, and the cinematic universe.
So was Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is Sony, idiot.
He's still Marvel, but like...
No, but he came into the Marvel universe so late. That's what I'm saying. He was kind of just like...
I thought it was the perfect timing, though.
It was good timing for him, but like, for the Marvel universe in general, he came in late. Like, if we're talking cinematic, he isn't really that big of an icon in cinematic terms. If we're talking comic terms, yes, he is. And if we're talking about the entire thing, yeah, he's a really big icon in the Marvel, in general.
I mean, you can't turn on Marvel because you grew up watching Spider-Man and Iron Man, like...
Oh yeah, I'm actually rewatching the 1990s cartoon of Spider-Man and Transformers.
I don't know. For me, I would prefer DC. I mean, I've grown up watching it. I've grown up watching like parts of Justice League, like the cartoon show.
Well, yeah, you grew up with Batman.
Yeah.
So like,
I watched. You remember the Batman on CW for Kids? I think.
CW for Kids.
I forgot the. No, what was the name?
Batman is, what I would say, he's a very concentrated character. Like, what I mean by that is he has such a, you know, he has such a focused personality. He has like a very distinct goal. Like, he only has one goal as a hero, and that's just to take down the Joker. But I mean,
no. The thing is, like, the one driving motivation for him is basically like his parents, and then another thing is that he won't shoot anyone. Like, he wants to make Gotham a better place. Like, he wants to get rid of, you know, as much crime as he can, and, you know, put them in the Arkham Asylum. But like, again, like, Batman's main goal is never to take down the Joker. Like, Batman doesn't even care about the Joker. Like, he really doesn't care about him. Like, he didn't even laugh at any of Joker's jokes except for the Killing Joke movie and the comic book.
He actually sympathizes with the Joker. They're buddies.
No. No, Batman doesn't even give like a crap about him. Doesn't at all.
Yeah, he wasn't.
What I found the biggest part of the Joker movie, because, you know, like I said, I'm quite a noob to DC, is spoiler warnings for people who haven't watched this, who haven't watched the Joker yet. But it was never the Joker that killed Batman's parents in the movie, and you get the same scene from what's it called? Batman versus Superman, I think, is when you see that scene.
That scene has been repeated so many times. Like, it's just a random criminal.
I just said I'm a noob.
No, I mean, like, it's just like, for any of the movies that you've watched from Batman, it's just like the repeated story over and over.
I mean, let's talk about Marvel and DC video games for a little bit. Now, Spider-Man, his story in the Amazing Spider-Man universe, like Amazing Spider-Man with the different guy, I forgot who the actor was, but his
Andrew
story
Garfield?
was repeated. Yeah, Andrew Garfield. His story was repeated every time in the games. And what was very new and fresh about the new PS4 one is that they basically took out that whole beginning plot, and you just get straight into the game. You go from a cutscene, you jump out a window, and then boom, you're swinging like controls and stuff. And it's a very fresh and nice opening to a game for once, because Spider-Man is a character that, if you don't know him, you either have very strict parents that don't like violence at all, or you just don't have any technology or connection with the outside world. And Spider-Man is a very... Hey, I have technology. Spider-Man is a very distinct character in a lot of social... No. It's hard to describe what I'm looking for, but I think you know what I mean.
It does feel like their newer games is way better than their previous. I think when it comes to their actual like old games, it's very mixed. I heard like a lot of people love those video games or like just hate it. So it's like,
yeah, the Amazing Spider-Man games had very, very mixed reviews because one was
Mechanism?
Mechanisms too, but quality, like graphics. I think it was...
Was it the audio?
No, when was the Amazing Spider-Man 2 game?
Yeah, I think that
released?
I think that one's like the
It
least
was released
favorite.
in 2014 on Xbox One. And I don't know about you, but the graphics were very bad, in my opinion, for the Spider-Man
2.
Yeah, for a 2014 game. I mean, they weren't bad, but they could have been a lot better.
But you do realize, like, if you compare like between Xbox and like PS4, like the Xbox I think was worse than PS4 in terms of graphics.
Yeah. Xbox had mainly because Sony is kinda, bashing heads with other companies. The whole idea of making the Spider-Man game, by what I can see, was making it so good and to get it popular enough to the point of where Xbox users would also start buying PS4s with the Spider-Man pack, which was even more expensive, and special editions and stuff came out, and man, they got a lot of money.
But no matter how much, no matter how Sony, Xbox, PS4, no matter the quality or anything, Sony or PS4 users are still gonna call Xbox users gay, and Xbox users are gay.
I don't get the whole feud between Xbox gamers and PS4 gamers, when clearly both of them are 22-year-old guys named Daryl living in their mom's basement. It's clear.
I think the biggest argument that I've heard is about the controller and just the graphics in general. Like,
Okay, honestly, I prefer the old Wii Pro controllers for the Wii U. Those were way better because you had both analog sticks to both thumbs, and you didn't have them and one at the top and one at the bottom, and you have to reach around when you're playing Smash Bros. On someone's Switch with them at school, and then lose because it's new control.
Okay, but the PS4 controller, like both of the analog sticks are like below, like they're underneath.
Yeah, I like.
But the Xbox controller layout is nice because like you have options like depending on your game layout to have the buttons immediately there or have a joystick immediately there under your finger. You need one or the other.
Looks wise.
But I'm saying by how a percentage of people hold controllers, they're not having their thumbs in awkward positions because, you know, when you have when you're sort of in a fast-paced situation, your entire body sort of just copies the other half, in a way. I'm not saying I'm some sort of scientist, but in a way it does. And for me it does, but I prefer having both analog sticks just at the same level. It doesn't matter what level it is, as long as you're just same level.
Looks wise with Xbox and like the customizing options, like you can buy like a new like controller and go with like an engraving or different colors that you want to go for. That one I would say Xbox is way better at. But when it comes to like PS4, like the comfort is so much better.
Dang, these are actually really nice. Oh no, that's a vinyl.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've always kind of like the ergonomic like feel with the PS4 controller, but it's fine. Like I don't care whichever controller I'm using as long as it works, then that's really what I care about. But I would definitely recommend the newer ones than the old controllers because those are tiny. The what?
The new PS4 one?
The PS5 is the newer one that's coming soon. Wait, what?
What are we talking about?
We're talking about the controllers and how the comfort is.
What do you
right.
think of the new PS5 design though?
Okay, I don't want to start with that, but like it does look like a router.
What I like is how gaming companies are starting to do standing consoles instead of flat laying. That's hilarious.
But it does look a lot like my desktop, like my actual tower. It does look very similar to it.
Right,
Yeah.
Yana, it does remind me of. Have you ever watched Yu-Gi-Oh?
No.
So
I think I've watched like one movie thing.
Hold on.
No, but the PS5, I mean, people are gonna buy it. I feel like in terms of like more options, this one's gonna be way better than PS4. But in terms of design, I think, you know, PS4 is just eh.
I mean, like the PS5, I think they did go with like a really like ambitious new modern design, but I feel like it looks plasticky and cheap compared to like the sleek, durable look of the PS4.
I mean, what also bugs me about it is that it's like two like different like colors and just to one. Like, wouldn't you kind of like prefer like one to be available in like maybe matte black and like, you know, mineral white or pearl white?
Well, they probably will include that. Like maybe there will be.
I hope so, because I don't know. A lot of people have been saying that it would be better if it was just all black, you know?
All black or all like whatever you choose.
And then like maybe like if the blue like LED light, you could change it to like maybe green or red or something like that. That would also be a cool thing if they did that.
Yeah, if it was color changing.
That's what the PS5 looks like. Look in chat at what I put.
That is not what it. Why did you think?
Oh, what? Okay, I see that. I see that.
A little
middle.
bit,
Just look at the middle specifically.
No, I see it. I see it.
Just the center of the chest, where the black.
It does look. I mean, that picture alone kind of describes my PC, really. But
That was a meme though. It was, "Lee, look out for my brother, Kaiba," and the guy turns back and it's just Kaiba with a PS5 in his chest, and it's just like.
if I saw that tweet, I would definitely heart it because that's hilarious.
What did you just say?
Heart it, like it.
Yeah.
What did you think I said?
Something that you can't say on the stream.
Oh God. All right, so since we talked about PS5, let's go back to the DC versus Marvel.
Let's go back to our preset.
Marvel.
How did we get? Oh yeah, I started talking about Spider-Man PS4. That's how we got.
One thing that is really like disgraceful for DC, and I feel bad,
Oh no.
is that like it's their Teen Titans Show on Cartoon Network.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
What did they do with that?
That is terrible.
I feel like the first time I saw it, I was just like merely disappointed, and then when it still kept going on, I'm like, how do people watch this? How do kids like this?
The old one.
No, I'm talking about the new one. The old one seems
The
better.
old one was good. That was good.
Yeah,
The
that one was
2000.
good. I don't know why they think that children can't handle a real plot. Like they handled the real plot for like the last 2 decades.
Animation was so good.
But
The animation was incredible.
But also, I felt like the reason why they kind of released at that time, because it was kind of like almost the same humor for like regular show, which is like weird concept or something weird. I don't know. That time, that time, like being really weird was comedy. Like that was like the Smosh period where they just did like stupid stuff. I mean, it still is the same with it now, but it's more with memes rather than like actual videos that we watched. So I think that's why DC went with that approach, and I still don't agree with them doing this, but I mean they're making money, I guess, so
Yeah,
why not?
successful. But that kind of comedy, it's good for a regular show because regular show is like based on that comedy.
No,
What they're doing with-
regular show has like a template almost where like it's just a bunch of animals talking already, so it's already whack. So you can already just put even more wacky stuff, and the animation quality even lets that happen because it looks like it's some sort of adult show with references.
But with the Teen Titans Go, the new one, they're taking like a storyline, like, you know, characters from the actual Marvel universe who have like a background, a real story, and they're just like turning them into clowns. You know.
So, when Stan Lee died, they actually had a small cameo for him in their movie. So that was nice. But I mean, the rest of it is the show itself. Not trashing at DC, but just the show itself. Is not the old one was good. The new one, Teen Titans Go, is bad.
What about Young Justice? Have you guys seen like at least like one episode of it or something?
Oh, is
I
that
have
the
no idea
new
what you're talking about.
Is that supposed
No.
to be like the Teen Titans one?
Not at all. It's kind of like where I think Robin and like some of the other members kind of grow up a bit, but it's like with different like new heroes, like with Aqualad and Superboy, I think, and then the Wally West Flash.
I was planning on watching that, and then I forgot about it.
I think I should actually like watch that show because it does, like, as a kid, it does like look good and it just seems interesting. So I think I might watch it.
It was a good show. Wano was a good show.
What was a good show?
G1 Transformers.
Oh, I haven't watched any Transformer like movie and like shows. I only had like the toys, like the ones that you can like
The
whatever.
G1 Transformers is actually like it's got a good set of characters. It doesn't have bloodthirsty Optimus Prime. It's got a heroic Optimus Prime and not just some sort of New World heroic, where if you kill someone, you're a hero. No, he waits. He waits till there's no other option until he has to kill. It might look like he's about to kill, but he won't. Michael Bay freaking ruined Transformers.
Yeah, I would agree. Based
I mean,
on
the CGI is actually pretty cool to look at, but that's the whole story is just going to the out of my ears. I don't like it.
Michael Bay is good at presentation, but when it comes like presenting like the concept, but when it comes to actually like producing movies and like having the story, it's just terrible. It's very terrible.
Yeah, because like with these like new like Michael Bay like Transformers films, they like have no like deep storyline that have like any like deep meaning. It's really just like saving someone.
What about Bumblebee? I heard that one's good.
It was good. I watched it. It was good.
It was directed by a different director, so that probably explains it.
It has a pretty similar story to G1. Pretty similar, pretty close. But it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I mean, I watched 10 minutes in watching like the first Transformers movie by Michael Bay. I was just like, what is this? Then I stopped watching it because I was like, what am I watching? How is this good?
I know, it's like
Maz is just like little Maz or whatever. It's just like, is that a car?
No, I watched it like 2 years ago or 3 years ago because that was like the first time I ever watched it. As a kid, I was scared of it, the actual movie. I was scared, dude. They were like so giant, and I'm like, dude, what is going on? What is this movie?
Bro, no, like you just like watch the movie and think, wait, where's Batman?
that time I was obsessed with Sonic the Hedgehog. That's a whole nother topic.
Oh, I forgot about that.
We should talk about Sonic.
Oh no. We should save that for the second episode.
Okay, episode 2, we'll just talk about Sonic. I was gonna say something about we were talking about how you were scared of G1. Or no,
the movie, actual movie.
I personally don't have any actual. Well, I do have emotional connections to G1. I watched it when I was little, and it was like, this is some fresh stuff. This is good. I like this. And then Netflix took it away. But I never knew that it was such an old show. Like, it looked so fresh to me and like colorful and something that I could really just, come home from school, do my homework, and just be like, okay, Mom, I can go watch some G1 Transformers now. Like, wait, what is that? Is that good for you? And I say, yes. And then I go watch it like a normal American boy. I'm American. I am American.
Oh my god.
That's what the exact opposite of an American would say.
I'm American. I'm American.
A real American eats. You know what? No, I'm not gonna say.
A real American eats steak and leaves.
A real American
and hot dog.
No. American eats steak with leaves.
And they
American eat steak with leaves.
And sausage gravy.
Yes. And they wear Speedos with the American flag on it, and they're like, I'm so proud of our country.
Muscle Man's obsession with making JoJo references.
I thought we were talking about Batman versus Iron Man.
Muscle Man.
No, it seems like nah.
Muscle Man doesn't need to make JoJo references. He is a JoJo reference. You
said that in the beginning.
His whole life is a JoJo reference.
We have to restate that.
Jotaro.
Jotaro.
No.
Dio.
Jotaro. Dio. Oh, you're
I've seen like plenty of edits where they make him into Santa or something like that.
Oh.
The amount of like edits I've seen from Stardust Crusaders is way better than the other parts.
Jojo. I like that deal voice.
I don't know how he does it. Lick.
Have you seen the Jono's theme with Rero?
The which theme?
Giorno's theme, but it's Capuan licking a cherry.
No, I haven't seen that.
Capuan licking a cherry, but it's Giorno's theme. Just search up something of that sort of area. But
Oh god.
JoJo references.
Very edgy.
Yes, licking a cherry is.
These JoJo references are getting pretty edgy.
You want to hear an edgy JoJo reference?
Batman versus Iron Man.
No.
I said that randomly because you brought it up originally.
Here is the edgiest JoJo reference you'll ever hear. Blind people.
No.
I threw a dog at a blind person. Best thing I've ever done.
Oh god.
That happens in the
I feel like I've seen it, but I don't know. I'm not sure.
Remember, I forgot his name, but he had that water stand that went under the sand.
Oh yeah.
And he was blind. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
He stabbed his own brain out with his stand, which I thought you couldn't do that. Because
I feel like Jotaro yeeting, what was the dog's name? That was hilarious.
Iggy.
Iggy, yeah.
Iggy!
Yeah, Zaylia.
No.
No. You see, that's another annoying thing that weebs do. First,
It's not.
no,
Saad,
the
it's
first
not
one.
No, Saad, shut up. It's not something that just weebs do. It's something
Yes,
that people do when they want someone to shut up.
No. I know a lot of weebs, okay? I know a lot of weebs.
did. Close it off with a Batman versus Superman. Iron Man
Okay, let's be honest, Batman definitely won. He has all the technology.
Yeah, he was about to stab Superman with a sword of kryptonite.
Kryptonite
And-
spear, I think.
And he's very.
Then he's rich. Isn't Iron Man more like rich than Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One suit costs like I think 7 million or billion.
I'm not sure.
But Iron Man's very humble now.
Batman has like a very similar like suit like Iron Man's, but every time I think he uses it, like the power drains him, almost like killing him and stuff.
Who, Iron Man?
Batman.
Iron Man or Tony Stark, whatever, as a character, he is far genius-like for Batman's genius. Iron Man has genius, Batman has genius.
I feel like Batman's more smarter though.
No.
Cause Iron Man does a lot of talking and Batman's quiet and he just like makes like smart decisions, but
Yeah,
Iron Man just kind of doesn't. Like he has so much power, yeah, but like in terms of like using his brain, it's not as effective as Batman's like ahead of plan, like
Because-
But you
Yeah.
see,
thinking ahead.
Batman, how did Batman get into his way of superhero?
He trained like a lot before he took over. I mean, there's many stories, but like if I was to go based off like the Dark Knight trilogy, he did like some training, like how to fight. He like studied various like studies like fighting techniques like martial arts and like kung fu.
What was his motivation? Like, what did he want?
His motivation is to not kill.
That's stupid.
It's not stupid, like he doesn't want to shoot anyone unless if
Yeah.
but the thing is, I mean, Batman has killed like a lot of characters, but like that's only when he has no other option. But with like other superheroes, they just like kill them instantly without kind of like giving them a chance to redeem themselves.
I understand why Batman does that, but sometimes in most situations that superheroes are involved in, they either have to make a quick decision to save someone that's close to them, because that's just how comics work, or they have to just, let someone die.
Okay, but like there was Catwoman, and like she was like a terrible person to Batman, but she eventually kind of like changed. I mean, so I mean, there's that. But I don't know. I think Batman is way, like, when it comes to actually like having backup plans and stuff, Batman's better. When it comes to like studying how Iron Man is with the movies, I don't think he plans ahead.
Oh, he did.
Like, he doesn't do it as much as Batman. Like, I don't know.
Dude, he planned years ahead for Endgame. Hear me out.
Because he learned from his mistake.
No. Hear me out. When Iron Man in Avengers 1, when that missile was coming for New York, he grabbed that missile and he sent it into space, and he was about to die, be left in space and die, but
that was a pretty old strat based off of like the old movies.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, but in Avengers: Age of Ultron, you start to get more of what he saw, what would have happened if he died in there. And that traumatized him because he had the feeling of not being able to be there for the ones that he cares about and to protect them because he thinks that he'll fail. And then in Avengers Infinity War, I think is the one, is when the thing that he predicted would happen happens, and he wasn't ready for it again. So he knew that he would have to die to save people, because that was his only option left then. Batman wouldn't make that option.
Okay, but with Batman, he's like learned pretty much everything at a young age. With Iron Man, he's kind of like a constant changing person. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what you mean, but that's because Iron Man is what I think it's called, a futurist or something. It's this group of people basically that they plan very far ahead for the future. They plan like 2 years back. They plan, oh, I'm gonna do this 2 years, and then do that in like 4 years, and then do that and that. And they're a very small group of people, I'd say, because not everyone's ready for something to happen that could devastate the world, like Corona. Here. I like how everyone just
on that note.
I like how everyone just gave like one quick.
You just sounded like you're snorting.
All right, on that note, thank you so much for tuning in. The Poop Group.
Yo, wow.
The members are me, Derek Dude, Saadz, and Muscle Man. And yeah.
Subscribe to Derek Dude, by the way.
And Saadz. Saadz makes better videos. I can't have a big ego, okay?